Hello and welcome to the Tryline podcast. We've had to go remote today because of Fireman Dan. He's too
Ah,
important. He needed to stay local. But we're here anyway. We're going to be here every Thursday and every Monday. So we're here. We're going to preview the whole round. Round one is here. I can't believe it, Denny.
Mate, it's been a long time. Finally, it's back,
Well, it's been a
and
long time.
it has been a long time. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So we got the first game Thursday, Storm versus the Bunnies, Amy Park at
Yep.
8:05 p.m. Couple big ones here. So Harry Grant, he's been out. Obviously, we spoke about this on the pop earlier.
Yep.
We got Brandon Smith to start in at hooker, and another big one, Jacob Host is starting in the back row for the Bunnies, and Gyro's on the bench.
Yeah. This is a very just what a cracker to start the year. Storm,
Yeah,
Rabbits, two teams that we both expect are going to be right up there at the end of the year. I can't believe how good to start the year. Now, an interesting fact about this: South haven't beaten Melbourne in 16 attempts,
oof.
and Melbourne haven't lost a round one game under Craig Bellamy. So that's like since 2003.
Oh,
So
wow.
Jesus, but I don't think the Storm's first round record has ever been in so much danger than this year. I think
Yeah, 100% is.
No Grant, no Brenko Lee, no Dale Finucane. I think they're going to be right up against it with a South team that we know are going to hit the ground running, and they look primed.
Wait,
Oh,
Souths,
I
who are
don't
you
know.
taking?
I don't know. Um, I just I think South might edge them out. That's a huge
I think so
call.
as well. I think so as well. I'll take the Bunnies over the Storm. Even if the Storm had, who you say, Delphinuke, Harry Grant, Branko Lee, I
Yeah,
think the Bunnies would still win. They've
it's
just got a
gonna
stacked side this year.
it's gonna be an absolute cracker. I cannot wait. But we're both going South. I reckon in a close one. I think it'll be close.
Yeah,
I think Storm will be right up for it, but I'm gonna go South.
I'll go South as well. And I reckon it will be, I'll go 13 plus. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
Anyway, moving
way.
on.
Yep.
We've got the game on Friday night, the first game. We've got the Knights versus the Bulldogs at 6 p.m. at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Yep.
Uh, another couple of big ones here. Kalen Ponga, he's out. Texway named at fullback. Connor Watson has been named at lock, which is a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
And for the doggies, Josh Jackson and Adam Elliott have swapped positions. So Josh Jackson's playing on edge now. Josh Jackson's playing in the middle. Sorry, Adam Elliott on an edge,
Yep.
and Dylan Knapp has been named to start on the bench
Yeah,
in
that's
place
interesting
of
too.
Hickey Ogden. Yeah,
That's interesting. What are your thoughts of Watson at lock?
of Jackson. Oh, Watson.
Yeah, Watson.
Um, Honestly, I couldn't tell you. He did all right in hooker last year before he got injured.
Yeah.
Well, so I think we'll just have to
I kind of
see how he
like it.
goes.
I like it. I reckon he's going to be super dangerous around there. Defensively,
Yeah,
it's not much different. It's not too much different to Hooker, so
no,
it shouldn't really hurt him too much. First game here for Trent Barrett as the coach of the Bulldogs. I'm really interested in to see how they're going to play under him. He's an attack-minded coach, so hopefully it frees them up a little bit. Probably a knock on them last year is they couldn't score many points.
yeah,
Kyle Flanagan should be able to help with that a little bit. Nick Kotrick, the likes of them. Ponga and Green out is huge for the Dogs. I think the Dogs will be right up for them. I'll take the Knights in a close one, but the Dogs will be right up for this.
yeah. I'll take the Knights as well. I just think the Knights forward pack, unbelievable. You got Clemmer, Safidi,
Yeah.
all the good stuff. I think the Knights will win as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're both on. We're on page here to start 2 from 2.
yep.
Yep.
Alrighty. So the next game on Friday, we've got Broncos versus Eels at Suncorp. Yeah, so we've got Milford and Brady Croft. They've been
Yeah.
named to start in the halves, and Tommy Dearden misses out. So that's probably the only big thing about that game.
Yeah. Well, no Haas, no Stags. That's massive for the Broncos.
Mm,
I've said it consistently all off season that I think the Eels will be a big threat this year. If they're going to achieve that, they need to win the games they're meant to win. This is a game that they should be winning. They should be putting the Broncos away. So I'm taking the Eels.
yeah, I'll take the Eels as well. As you said, they're missing Payne Haas, Tony Staggs. They're probably their two best players.
Yep.
So I think they'll probably struggle. Anyway, that's all the games for Friday. We'll move on to Saturday. I've got the Warriors versus Titans at Central Coast Stadium, so in our neck of the woods. We've got who we got here? The Warriors. Nothing really going for either of these teams. No really big outs or anything like that.
No, they should be pretty full strength, both sides.
Yeah, they're both full strength, so it'd be interesting to see how this one plays out.
I'm really excited for this game. Like Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock. It's meant to be about 30 degrees there on the Central Coast. So it'll be fast, you would think. The new rules suit both these sides, both expansive attacking sides. Both will play a quick brand of football. The Warriors can be very dangerous when they play quick and over the advantage line. So this one could be a bit of a shootout if they can both hold the ball. It could be a bit of a shootout down there at Gossie. I'll take the Titans just because a lot of expectation around them. I think they might just be able to get it done. But this is a toss up for me.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. So they had a trial match, didn't they? And they drew 10-all.
Yeah,
it was a draw. I think I'll take the Warriors.
like I said, this is a toss up, massive toss up for me. This game.
Yeah, I just think the Warriors might hit the ground running, where it might take the Titans maybe a couple of weeks to find their rhythm.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next game. We've got the Roosters versus Sea Eagles, 5:30 at the SCG. With this one, no Tommy Turbo. So they've actually named Dylan Walker to start at fullback.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no Boyd Cordner. Satili Tupanua is named to start in the back row for him.
This is danger signs here for the Sea Eagles, I think. I don't mind Dylan Walker at fullback. I think we spoke about this on the phone during the week. He's pretty silky. So and he looks strong. He looks strong in the Māori game. So he could be dangerous back there. Whether he has the stamina to play all day, like fullbacks have to run a lot now. So whether he has that in his repertoire, we'll have to wait and see. A lot would have to go wrong for the Roosters to lose this game, in my opinion. And I don't think they're that kind of side. So I actually see the Roosters putting on a bit of a score here.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said without no Turbo and Adam Fanua-Blake, he's gone. They've brought in Josh Aloiai. I don't think he's as good as a forward as him. He's still good nonetheless. But I just think the Roosters will get it done here comfortably.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, on to the Panthers versus Cowboys at Panthers Stadium.
Yeah.
That's at 7:35 Saturday. Not a big one here. Scott Drinkwater's been named at fullback and Val on the wing.
$1 million winger, eh? $1 million winger. I
apparently.
What a brave call from Todd Payton to come into this side and put probably top two most valuable players. Tamalolo is probably worth about as much as him on the wing, which is a huge call. I love it. I love Scott Drinkwater back there. I think he has a really good passing game, and he could maybe finish off a couple of those moves. And Val's proven that he's one of the best wingers in the comp when he was on the wing. So, and when he went to the wing for Queensland, I thought he was very good there too. So, I'm gonna say good move. It's a huge assignment to go down to Penrith and beat Penrith round one. So I don't think that'll be happening. I'll be saying the Panthers too strong at home. As a Cowboys fan, I just want to see effort. And I didn't get to say that for the Broncos-Eels game too. I don't think the Broncos will win, but I want to see some effort there from the Broncos because we didn't say that a lot last year. So I just want to see effort from the Cowboys. I do not expect them to win as a Cowboys fan. I think Penrith will be too strong. I just hope they turn up, and I want to see how their defense looks under Todd Payton.
Yeah, well, I'm the same with you. I think it'll be a real big effort if they can get up, maybe even a miracle. If you look at the Panthers, they've got, in my opinion, they've got better backs.
Yeah,
probably a better forward pack as well, and a better bench. I mean,
it's gonna be a big game. It's a big game for the Cowboys. I'd rather get the Panthers round one though than late in the year. So I wouldn't mind having the Panthers round one. That's what.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we've both picked the Panthers there.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Sunday. So we've got the Raiders versus the Tigers at GAO Stadium. No huge losses, ins or outs for here, but maybe Moses and Bai to start at 6 for me.
Yeah.
But apart from that, both teams are, kind of full strength.
I'm really looking forward to this game too. I think this game will be excellent. They're both, again, attacking-minded teams. Should be a great game to watch. Most of the time in round one, the team who holds the ball the most in the game usually gets the win. It's not so much about structures and that. It's just completions and if you can get over the other team. This was 50-50 for me, though, because I feel like the Raiders are going to build into the year where the Tigers are usually okay at the start of the year. So I will go the Tigers in an upset here.
Oh,
I'm going to go the Tigers.
nah, mate, I'm the other way. I'm the Raiders, mate.
Yeah. I think
I
I
just
think it'll be a
think,
good game.
yeah. Well, it should be. Like the Tigers, they got a good team. Like James Tarmo,
Yeah.
Alex Twell, Leilua had a good year last year. Luke Garner was hot and cold, but he can go. And Joe Fingal, he's pretty good too.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to
Um,
be a good game. Again, it was 50-50 for me, but I'll go the Tigers in a good game.
I'm going the Raiders, mate. They've just got Josh Hodgson back.
Hodgson?
Hodgson, whatever his name is. That's
Yeah.
Josh Hodgson.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it
it.
is.
That's it.
That's the one. Took us a while. I think that's huge for him. Huge in. I think
Yep.
they're going to run away with this. I really do.
All right, last game. Wraps up.
Last game. So maybe the game of the round, you reckon? Dragons versus Sharks
Not on my
at
round.
Jubilee Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, so a big one here. I've been saying a big one for all of them, but this is a big one. Andrew Fafita has
Huge.
not been named to play. He's not been named in the 17. He's in the 2020 jersey. So
Unbelievable.
yeah, what do you take
massive.
of it?
That is massive for the Sharks. We watched the game and I spoke about him after the Indigenous game. I thought he's one of the best players out there. He really, really impressed me. Now he's been left out of this team. When the Sharks and Dragons play each other, it doesn't really matter where they're coming on the ladder. It's always a pretty decent game. This is huge for the Sharks. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's huge for the Sharks. They didn't beat a top 8 side last year, right?
Mhm.
They play 7 of the 8 top 8. They're the other team. They play 7 top 8 sides by round 10.
Oof.
Now, if just going off last year's, if they lose all those games and then they will give them the other 3 games, they're 3-7 by round 10 and they're in a huge hole. And
That's a big hole.
and their coach is already under pressure. So 3-7 by round 10, that coach could be getting the sack.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty low. And then the other 3 games they've got are the Dragons, they've got the Cowboys, and they've got the Titans, who a lot of people are expecting big things from the Titans. So
No.
they could conceivably be 2-8 or even 1-9, which is just terrible. So
Yeah.
massive game for the Sharks. They want to win this game and build some confidence, bouncing into some tough weeks for them. What do you think?
Mate, I think what you just said kind of blew my mind. I didn't realize they had 8 of the top 10 in the first. What did you say, 7?
Yeah, they got 7. They're the other team in the top 8. So they got all the teams in the top 8 last year in the first 10 rounds.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But for this week, I think they're going to win. They're both looking, all right, both the teams, Dragons and Sharks. But I just think the Sharks have better outside backs. And I think the rest of it is pretty evenly matched. So I'll be taking the Sharkies here.
I'm going to take the Sharks just because I know they'll be looking ahead and know that they have to build some confidence, have to build in. Where the Dragons, no one's really expecting a lot from them this year. Interesting that they bring in McCulloch. Hunt and McCulloch have played together for a long time. Apparently, they're really good mates. So that could maybe unlock a little bit of his potential. Corey Norman's out for a couple of weeks too. So I just can't see the Dragons winning here. This next 10 weeks for the Sharks are hugely critical. And I can't believe they've left out Andrew Fafita. So, but I'll go the Sharks. But massive 2 months for the Sharks coming up.
Yeah, huge.
Just before we go, because that's it for round 1, which is awesome. I just wanted to bring up Buzz Rothfield. He's a writer for the Daily Telegraph. He just released his top 10 players in the competition.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty interesting list. And I'll just get it up here. I don't know how I feel about this list, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. He's got Cleary as the best player in the comp.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, he got Munster at 2, Teddy at 3. That seems low for me. But Teddy, got Papali at 4, Whiten at 5, Latrell Mitchell at 6, James Fisher Harris at 7, Ryan Papenhuyzen at 8, Harry Green at 9,
Oh,
Cody Walker at 10. No Jason Tamalolo there. No Tom Trebojevic there.
no King
Thoughts?
Gutho.
No Gutherson. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Everyone is thinking Ryan Pappenhausen's better than Clint Gutherson. I just don't think so. I might be a little bit biased because I'm a Para fan, but I don't think he's better.
I was shook when Jason Tamalolo wasn't on that list. And
Yeah.
also, like, Payne Haas isn't on that list.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like,
Who they
and
got in there? Who was?
so they
Yeah,
it's Cleary, Munster, Tedesco, Papali, White, and Mitchell, Latrell, James Fisher Harris, Ryan Papenhuyzen, Harry Grant, Cody Walker is his top 10. Now, for me, Teddy's one.
yeah,
He's one on my list, and then probably Munster, White, and Cleary. That's what I've got. That's my top 4. And then I've got Tom Trebojevic there somewhere, along with I've got Payne Haas in my top 10, and Jason Tamalolo's around there.
yeah. Sure. You'd have Jason Tunnell up there, 100%.
Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to get your thoughts on that. In my opinion, people are sleeping on Tedesco at 3.
Yeah. I'd take Tamalolo over Papali.
Yeah, well,
I think so.
Papali's very
Yeah.
good, like, but Tamalolo's like any team would snap him up if they could.
Yeah, he's on another level. He was the first forward to win the Dally M in bloody what? How
30
many years was
years,
it?
30 years, I
30
think.
years.
Yeah.
Oof,
Anyway,
unreal.
we'll get more into that on Monday. We might bring our top 10s on Monday because that surprised me right before we went on air. But anyway,
Yeah.
round 1, our tips are in. Remember, we got a tipping comp. So if you're watching this, you want to be a part of that tipping comp, you got to message me on Instagram, because once round 1 kicks off, tipping comp's closed. No one else can get in. The prizes are 2 NRL Grand Final tickets for first, a jersey of your choice for second, and a $50 Rebel gift card for third. So if you want to get involved, you got to message me on Instagram. Make sure to check out all our socials. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the weekend. Footy's back. See you later.